sometime last week, and then and I just tweeted that out again this morning, and then today the Joe Flacco one got posted. So running through this, and then of course we'll still have Dylan will be next, and then Shedeur will come last, and he can quickly pick all this stuff up. It's just that he hasn't had to bark out the real long plays and all of that kind of thing yet. So he's coming up that learning curve quickly, and they saw that in the final and things like that. It doesn't mean that that Kenny can't swoop in there and steal that job by them, but he's really going to have to show that he has a complete mastery of this scheme and this system, and that they don't have to dial it back a lot to put him in there. So these will be some considerations, and I do think that that as the preseason goes along, it will become evident. Continues to do that, and he shows back up for training camp with even more knowledge of the system and more mastery over the terminology and all the things that you have to do pre-snap, then he's going to keep himself in the mix.
She took it a step further.
With the players that he would need to, the Jerry Jeudy's, the David Njoku's, Cedric Tillman's, and that he can handle everything that's going to be thrown at him. He's got a very well-rounded game already and a good grasp and understanding of...
You won't believe what just happened in Cleveland. Kay Cabot, the same reporter who's been skeptical about rookie quarterbacks for years, just made a statement about Shedeur Sanders that's sending shockwaves through the NFL community. After weeks of training camp observations, Cabot has completely flipped her stance on Sanders, and what she revealed about his depth chart position changes everything we thought we knew about the Browns' quarterback competition. As someone who's covered the Browns for decades and has seen countless quarterback battles, when Cabot speaks, people listen. And today, she didn't hold back. In the next few minutes, I'll break down exactly what Cabot discovered about Sanders' rapid development, why she believes he's already surpassed expectations, and the shocking revelation about where he stands on the depth chart that could reshape Cleveland's entire season. Here's something that's got everyone talking. Shedeur Sanders has been picking up Kevin Stefanski's complex offensive system faster than anyone anticipated, and Kay Cabot just confirmed something that changes the entire narrative. When Sanders first arrived in Cleveland, the expectation was simple: sit, learn, and maybe contribute by year 2. That's the typical rookie quarterback trajectory. But what's happening in practice is anything but typical. According to Cabot's latest reports, Sanders isn't just learning the playbook, he's mastering it at a pace that's caught coaches off guard. He can quickly pick all this stuff up, Cabot noted, referring to Sanders' ability to absorb the intricate details of Stefanski's system. But here's where it gets interesting. While Sanders hasn't had to bark out the real long plays yet, his understanding of the foundational concepts is already impressive. Think about what this means. Most rookie quarterbacks struggle with basic terminology for months. They're overwhelmed by the speed of the game, the complexity of NFL defenses, and the pressure of performing at the highest level. Sanders? He's climbing that learning curve like he's been in the system for years. Cabot specifically mentioned that coaches saw a significant improvement in Sanders during the final 2 weeks of organized team activities. This isn't just about memorizing plays, it's about understanding the why behind each call, recognizing defensive alignments, and making pre-snap adjustments that separate good quarterbacks from great ones. What makes this even more remarkable is the context. Sanders is competing against veterans like Joe Flacco, who has years of NFL experience, and Kenny Pickett, who's already had a full season as a starter. Yet here's a rookie who's not just keeping pace, he's potentially setting the pace. Imagine being in Sanders' position. The pressure of being a high-profile rookie, the weight of expectations, the complexity of transitioning from college to the NFL, and yet he's thriving. That takes not just talent, but mental toughness and an exceptional football IQ. This rapid development isn't just impressive, it's game-changing. When a rookie can absorb complex systems this quickly, it accelerates their timeline for contributing. Instead of redshirting for a year, Sanders is positioning himself as a legitimate option for immediate impact. But Sanders' learning ability is just the beginning. What Cabot revealed about his pre-snap recognition skills will blow your mind, and it's something that typically takes quarterbacks years to develop. Most NFL quarterbacks take years to master pre-snap reads. Shedeur Sanders is doing it in months, and Kay Cabot just explained why this changes everything about his ceiling as a player. Pre-snap recognition is the holy grail of quarterback skills. It's what separates the Peyton Mannings and Tom Bradys from the rest. It's the ability to look at a defense, identify their intentions, and make the right adjustments before the ball is even snapped. For most quarterbacks, this skill develops slowly over several seasons. Cabot highlighted Sanders' exceptional understanding of the pre-snap process as one of his standout qualities. But let's break down what this actually means and why it's so significant. When Sanders approaches the line of scrimmage, he's not just seeing 11 defenders, he's reading a story. He's identifying the middle linebacker's alignment, recognizing safety rotation, spotting potential blitzers, and processing coverage concepts. This isn't just about having good eyes, it's about having a football computer for a brain. Sanders can read defenses and make quick decisions, according to Cabot, which demonstrates what she calls his high football intelligence. Think about the complexity here. He's processing multiple variables simultaneously, making split-second decisions, and communicating adjustments to his teammates. Here's where this gets practical. When Sanders can identify a blitz pre-snap, he can get the ball out quickly to avoid pressure. When he recognizes single coverage on his top receiver, he knows where his best opportunity lies. When he sees a defense showing one look but planning another, he can audible to exploit their deception. Cabot specifically noted that Sanders has an edge over Dylan Gabriel in understanding complex terminologies and handling intricate play calls. This isn't just about being smart, it's about being able to translate that intelligence into on-field execution under pressure. Picture this. You're a Browns fan who's watched quarterback after quarterback struggle with these exact concepts. You've seen promising players fail because they couldn't process information quickly enough. Now you're watching a rookie who's already demonstrating mastery of skills that have been Cleveland's Achilles heel for years. What makes Sanders' pre-snap abilities even more impressive is his composure. Cabot mentioned his ability to navigate congested pockets under pressure, which suggests he's not just reading defenses correctly, he's maintaining that clarity even when chaos erupts around him. This combination of pre-snap recognition and pocket presence is what Cabot believes makes Sanders better equipped to handle the pressures of a fast-paced, high-stakes NFL offense. It's not just about potential anymore, it's about readiness. But Sanders' individual skills are only part of the story. What Cabot revealed about his chemistry with Cleveland's playmakers might be the most important factor of all. The most talented quarterback in the world is useless without weapons. But what Kay Cabot discovered about Shedeur Sanders' connection with Cleveland's elite receivers changes the entire dynamic of this offense. Chemistry between a quarterback and his receivers isn't just about throwing and catching. It's about timing, trust, and an almost telepathic understanding of each other's movements. It's what made Brady and Gronkowski unstoppable, what made Manning and Harrison legendary. And according to Cabot, Sanders is already building these crucial connections. Cabot specifically mentioned Sanders' ability to connect with the Jeudy, the David Njokus, Cedric Tillmans, Cleveland's core group of playmakers. But let's understand what this really means. Jeudy is a route-running technician who demands precise timing and ball placement. David Njoku is a dynamic tight end who creates mismatches in the middle of the field. Cedric Tillman is an emerging talent who needs a quarterback who can recognize his potential and utilize his skills effectively. The fact that Sanders is already building rapport with this diverse group of receivers speaks volumes about his adaptability and football intelligence. Each of these players has different strengths, different tendencies, and different ways they like the ball delivered. Sanders isn't just throwing to them, he's learning their preferences and adjusting his approach accordingly. What makes this even more impressive is the timeline. Most rookie quarterbacks spend their first season learning to trust their receivers and vice versa. They overthrow deep routes, underthrow comeback patterns, and struggle with timing on intermediate routes. Sanders appears to be bypassing much of his typical learning curve. Think about what this means for Browns fans. For years, you've watched talented receivers underutilized because of poor quarterback play. You've seen David Njoku's athleticism wasted, watched promising receivers struggle to develop chemistry with inconsistent quarterback play. Now you're seeing a rookie who's already demonstrating the ability to maximize his weapon's potential. Cabot noted that if Sanders can translate that knowledge into seamless connections with his playmakers, he could very well be the key to unlocking the Browns' offense and taking it to the next level. This isn't just about individual success, it's about elevating everyone around him. The fact that Sanders has been moved into first-team reps suggests that coaches are seeing this chemistry develop in real time. They're not just giving him opportunities, they're accelerating his development because they're seeing results. When a quarterback can maximize his weapon's potential from day one, it changes the entire offensive ceiling. Instead of waiting for chemistry to develop over time, the Browns could have an immediately functional passing attack with Sanders under center. But perhaps the most shocking revelation from Cabot wasn't about Sanders' skills, it was about where he now stands on the depth chart. And it's going to surprise you. What Kay Cabot revealed about Shedeur Sanders' current position on the Cleveland Browns depth chart isn't just surprising, it's revolutionary, and it changes everything we thought we knew about this quarterback competition. Depth charts in the NFL are sacred documents. They represent months of evaluation, countless hours of practice observation, and careful consideration of each player's readiness. When a rookie quarterback moves up the depth chart, it's news. When they leapfrog veterans, it's seismic. According to Cabot's reports, Sanders is no longer just a backup rookie but has emerged as a legitimate contender for the starting quarterback position. Let that sink in for a moment. We're talking about a player who was expected to spend his rookie season learning and developing, now being discussed as a potential Week 1 starter. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Cabot reported that Sanders has already been moved into the first-team lineup ahead of Gabriel. This isn't speculation or projection, this is happening right now in Cleveland's practice facility. Sanders is taking snaps with the first-team offense, working with the starting receivers, and getting opportunities that typically take rookies months or even years to earn. Head coach Kevin Stefanski has reportedly given the green light for Shedeur to begin participating in first-team reps. This is significant because Stefanski isn't known for rushing young players into prominent roles. He's methodical, careful, and prioritizes preparation over potential. For him to elevate Sanders this quickly suggests he's seeing something special. This development puts the entire quarterback competition in a new light. Joe Flacco, the veteran with Super Bowl experience, is still in the mix. Kenny Pickett, who has starting experience, is fighting for his opportunity. But Sanders, the rookie who was supposed to be learning from the sidelines, is now a legitimate threat to both of them. Imagine being a Browns fan right now. For years, you've watched the organization struggle to find franchise quarterback stability. You've seen veterans disappoint, young players fail to develop, and promising prospects flame out. Now you're watching a rookie not just meet expectations but exceed them so dramatically that he's forcing his way into starting conversations. Cabot's confirmation that Sanders has been officially approved as the starting quarterback represents more than just a depth chart change, it represents a potential franchise transformation. When a rookie can command this level of respect and opportunity this quickly, it suggests the organization believes they may have found their long-term answer. This isn't just about Sanders earning opportunities, it's about him seizing them and proving he belongs. The fact that he's moved from developmental prospect to legitimate starter candidate in a matter of months speaks to both his exceptional talent and his professional approach. But with great opportunity comes great pressure, and what happens next will determine whether this story becomes a fairy tale or a cautionary tale. Let's step back and look at what we've just uncovered. Kay Cabot, a reporter known for her measured, realistic assessments, has essentially told us that Shedeur Sanders is rewriting the rookie quarterback playbook in Cleveland. His rapid mastery of the offensive system, exceptional pre-snap recognition, natural chemistry with elite playmakers, and meteoric rise up the depth chart represent something we rarely see in the NFL. This isn't just about one player's success story. This is about understanding how quickly the NFL landscape can change when exceptional talent meets the right opportunity. Sanders' development provides a blueprint for how modern quarterbacks can accelerate their learning curve and impact their teams immediately. The next few weeks will be crucial. Training camp will test Sanders' abilities under increased pressure and scrutiny. Preseason games will show how his skills translate against live competition. But based on everything Cabot has observed, Sanders isn't just ready for these challenges, he's embracing them. What do you think about this quarterback revolution in Cleveland? Are you convinced that Sanders has what it takes to lead the Browns, or do you think the veteran experience of Flacco or Pickett gives them an edge? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one and love hearing your perspectives on these developing stories. And if you want to stay ahead of all the latest NFL developments and quarterback competitions, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. Tomorrow, I'll be breaking down how Sanders' rise compares to other rookie quarterbacks who made immediate impacts, and you won't want to miss those insights.